Just like most of you, I used to get stuck with 200 views, but now I've discovered the secret formula to reaching 1.2 million views over the last 60 days organically without using any paid ads or using any bots of fake followers. My name is Sam Hidi. I'm the founder and CEO of Brand Talk, where we partner with 7 and 8 figure brands to create content to get them more customers. And in this video, I want to run you through 3 main things when it comes to building a TikTok page that will actually make you money. So a lot of people out there are talking about mainly how to create viral content. But in my opinion, viral content is pretty useless if there's no end result. So there has to be some sort of end result and a tangible ROI if you're creating viral content. And my focus today will be sharing what has worked for us in our creative business, serving 7 and 8 figure brands, and hopefully you could apply the same back to your account. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the rise of authentic content. Now, what do I mean by authentic content? Well, it simply means raw, organic, and unfiltered content. So if you've been around TikTok for a while, you've probably seen the changes. So it used to be that flashy editing, hyper edited videos, they were made to capture your attention on the platform. But now it's completely changed, because what I've seen with all of our content partners and the pages that we've scaled from 0 to about 258,000 followers organically without using any paid ads for the last 2 years, I've seen the trends go up and down. And there's so many different variations of styles of content that has worked and is not working anymore right now in 2024. So the rise of authentic content. So one thing that I would say is that if you're creating content for social media for your business specifically, you need to be making unfiltered, hot takes in your business, because this is something that will get you the eyeballs. Because the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is mainly the content bucket. So when you're creating content, there has to be 4 types of content buckets, which is number 1, the content has to be new. The next thing is the content has to be useful. The next thing is the content has to be interesting and also controversial. So if your content, falls into one of these 4 buckets, then that, for me, will qualify as a viral video. And this is the exact formula that I've taken this page from 0 to about 258,000 followers. And I used to, just like you, I used to think to myself, why do all these, people creating stupid videos like dancing on the camera, twerking, why do they get so much attention from people on TikTok? And instead of wondering that, and obviously that leads me nowhere, I figured out a way. And if you stick till the end of this video, I will share with you the exact strategy that we've used for the content split that's allowed us to increase 20 to 30% in revenue with our business and our content partners business. So the thing with creating content online is, I'm still talking about raw and authentic content, is that I'm seeing a huge change in TikTok. Is that TikTok is trying to make the platform similar to YouTube, meaning that they're starting to introduce long form style videos and they're trying to compete with YouTube. Now, you probably would have known that TikTok has just released a 60-minute update for your videos. So last year in 2023, the max you could upload on TikTok would probably be, 10 minutes long. And in 2021, when it first started, it was 4 to 5 minutes long. But now, why is it that TikTok is trying to extend the duration and the watch time? Well, that's because the number 1 thing that actually makes your account go viral is the shareability of your content. And number 2, it's how relatable you are to the masses. So if you're trying to go viral in your business and get sales and get more customers from your content, you have to be an expert in your field. Because the only way, going back to my first point, the only way that raw and authentic content will work is that you would have to showcase your ability and showcase your expertise and what you've learned, through the years of your experience as an entrepreneur, essentially. So you have to showcase that in front of your audience And this is exactly what we've done for our content partner, Cucina Italian SG. So we started this page back in April 2022, and now it's July 2024. So it's about 2 years and 4 months now that we started the page, and it's been absolutely insane. And most people would ask, how did you scale this account from 0 to 258,000 followers? And just this week alone, we've gotten 1.2 million organic views because we've had a couple of viral videos. So how is it that we've been able to, scale a viral video where, whereas most people out there, they are struggling and still stuck at 200 views? Well, the reason for that is because we've combined authenticity and also relatability and shareability, meaning that your content has to fall in between or at least have one of these things in order for it to be successful. Now, in regards to what sort of content ideas that you want to create, now that for me is an irrelevant question. Now, how do I know this? Because I've spoken to hundreds, more than 300 business owners over the last few years. And the only reason that's stopping them from scaling is because they are stuck in analysis paralysis, meaning that they're constantly thinking about, what's the best content idea I should create? What is the best, title I should create for my TikTok? How's my handle going to look like? For me, that is a huge waste of time. You shouldn't be worrying about, how it looks like or the aesthetics of your TikTok page. The most important thing is just to post and see what your audience, what they respond to. Because ultimately, it's not you who gets to decide if your content is good. It's your audience. And it will show. It will show in your analytics. So if you're trying to constantly analyze your content and think to yourself, this is not good enough before even posting, then you are doing yourself a huge disservice. For me, in order for you to get the feedback, you have to post. You just have to start and post. Stop worrying about, the algorithm, the watch time. Like in the first 3 months, all you have to do is post on a consistent basis, like post daily, especially if you're running a business. This tool has been a game changer for us because we've attracted millions of people back to our page, and no other platform in 2024 will give you that apart from TikTok. So if you want to leverage on this as an entrepreneur or a business owner, I actually have a video where I've showed you how we've taken our page from 0 to about 200,000 followers using 3 strategies. You can watch them in the video descriptions here. I will link it right here. But let me share with you what's really important when it comes to getting traffic and converting them. Now, a lot of content creators create content and they literally have 0 conversions. Now, what do I mean by 0 conversions? They would literally create a piece of content and would do anything. They would bend over backwards just to get the attention. But the thing with the attention is not all attention is created equal. Just because you've got a bunch of kids, commenting on your posts, it doesn't mean anything if they're not going to buy anything from you. And if you're running a business, that is really not ideal. This is the biggest problem that I've seen in this content creation space, is that everyone is out there trying to get viral, trying to be famous, trying to get a viral hit, but they're just poor. They're just broke. Like, how do you even convert your clients when you're, posting the video and you've got 0 conversions? And even if you try to sell something, people don't want what you sell. So I've actually introduced this idea of becoming a business creator as opposed to a content creator. And why I think it's really important that you start thinking like a business owner is because I've seen this happen way too many times. We've got influencers with 15,000 followers, 20,000 followers, but yet they struggle to monetize their followers because the people that are following them just want free stuff, right? So ideally, if you're running a business, I don't believe in giving out free stuff until you've reached a certain level of authority in your niche. So look at the guys who are leading the space, for example, Alex Hormozy. You're like, great guy. Obviously he knows what he's talking about. But the thing is, if you're trying to get an advice, if you try to receive some sort of advice, you should look at where he's at right now. He is someone who has, $100 million company, he's someone who has done that. But as a business owner yourself, where are you right now in your business? Like, precisely where are you? Are you trying to get your next sale? Are you struggling to get your next lead to convert? Like, really and truly, look at what they do as opposed to look at what they say, because content is all about jab, 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 right hook. And again, what do I mean by that? Is that this is the concept popularized by Gary Vee. You have to give, but you also have to ask. It's not just posting content for fun, because this is what I call the 70 to 30 content split. So 70% of your content should be providing useful content, actionable tips for your audience, and 30% is when you actually ask your audience. So contrary to what most people would think, if you are in a niche like audience, you don't really need that much views. I think 10,000, views is pretty good for a new page or for a niched sort of like targeting. So if you are a doctor, we work with, aesthetic clinics, we work with restaurants, we work with real estate agents, we work with so many people who are trying to, brand themselves up and get more customers. But like I've mentioned, not all views are created equal. There has to be an end goal as to why you're wanting to get those views. So this is what I've learned the hard way, because I've seen this, obviously it happened to me. I would get, 600,000 views, back in 2021 when I first started the page. And obviously back then I wasn't selling anything. So the thing with TikTok is that you have to always understand what is the end goal of the platform. So if you're getting these views, you want to be able to convert them into some sort of funnel that will get you more business essentially. So why do I say this 70 to 30 content split? Why is it really important to understand this? It's because when you have 70% useful content, actionable content, and then when you have that additional 30% as your call to action, which means that this is where you create content specifically just to ask from your audience to buy from you. This is the one that actually helped us heaps when it comes to getting customers and when it comes to getting leads for our business. So it's not just about giving. You also have to ask. And a lot of content creators shy away from asking because they don't have it in them to like run a business. So leading back to my first point is that it's so fashionable and it's so in trend to be a content creator. But what you really need to be as an entrepreneur and as someone who's trying to grow your TikTok page is to become a business creator. So call to action has to be there. If you run a business, you need to receive. You can't always give and give and give and give, right? So yeah. So when it comes to content in general, if you want to go viral, I'm just summarizing my points here. If you want to go viral, the most important metric that you should look at is watch time on TikTok. And contrary to what most people would think when it comes to going viral, is that going viral is pretty useless. Even if you have 10 million views, we've gotten 2.8 million views for one of our videos. It does not really matter. Ultimately, what is the function of the viral video? That is the real question that you should be asking yourself. So this is exactly what I teach in my program called Content to Customers. And this is something that I've helped heaps of my content partners through a done-for-you service. So I founded this company called Brand Talk, and we've actually helped so many different businesses to get more customers through content. So if you're keen to learn more about how we create content systems to predictably get customers every single month for our business, then feel free to click the link in the descriptions box below. Otherwise, I hope you benefited from this video. Remember that going viral, it's pretty useless if you don't have an end result. So always ask yourself, what is the function of my viral videos? And once you've nailed that, this is exactly what you will have for your business. So thanks very much, guys, for watching the video. Make sure that you subscribe for weekly videos like these, helping you to grow your business through viral videos.